Hey, I know how to play the violin too, man. Welcome to another show.
I don't know what that is, but I'm trying.
Hey, we playing the trumpet, everything over here, man. We got the whole band over here. You dig what I'm saying? What's
I'm
up,
gonna give a
guys?
shout out to your boy real quick, because Shark do a damn good job of playing the damn violin or whatever instrument he playing.
Yeah, he does, man. Bringing the energy in here. It's NBA Talk with Jay Money, man. Every single day is Wednesday. It's Skee Wednesdays. Dig what I'm saying? Obviously going an hour earlier every Wednesday, so we appreciate everybody for tuning into the chat. It's my guy Skee Profit from WagerTalk. Skee, let the people know who you are and about WagerTalk.
Yeah, man. If you don't know, all my work you can find at WagerTalk and how I've been doing lately. Yesterday I had a good day. I went 7-3. I think so far this week 11-5. And my last 388 NBA plays, which goes back to about 2 weeks into the season, won 221 of them, which is good for 57%. So hopefully keep it going today.
Yeah, let's keep it going today, man. Hey, 57%, that's winning long term, and that's what we're trying to do today, Skee. It's a 6-game card today, man. It's a tough one, but we're gonna try to find some cash, man. I always say, guys, you don't have to force a bet if you're not necessarily liking something. You don't have to force things, guys. Let's go over here to the streets of Cleveland here. First game up, we got the Spurs versus the Cavs. A couple of huge question marks here, right, Skee? I believe the biggest one to me is Darius Garland. The Spurs hadn't been bad in this spot going on the road in their first game of a long road trip. They're actually 3-2, 3-1 against the spread in this spot. So I could see them possibly coming out here. This is a revenge spot as well. They lost 109-114 in San Antonio. The Cavs laid 3-0, and this one opened up at 5.5, 6. So it is a little bit short as well. Like I say, Garland had 32 points in that game. So he was a major matchup advantage for the Cavs in the game. If he's not out there, this is one I'm waiting on Garland, Skee, but I'm heavy leaning to the Spurs plus the points in this one. We know the Cavs look light year. They look night and day different with Garland and without him out there.
Yeah, Garland getting everybody set up, getting everybody easy baskets, and putting the ball in the basket himself. So without him out there, that's a big piece missing. And I just, I don't want to expect Cleveland to win by multiple possessions without it. Both teams are kind of rested here. 2 days rest for Cleveland, but 4 days for San Antonio. So in my mind, you should get a really good effort and good game from the Spurs. 4 days rest and missing your point guard on the other side, I have to grab the points if I'm playing this game.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's the only way I could look. And the road team is actually 5-1 against the spread last 6 meetings. Spurs 7-0 against the spread last 7 road games versus winning home teams. The Cavs 1-6 against the spread last 7 as a favorite. This time they're starting to get their lines inflated a little bit too much, and they haven't been able to recover these games. We see versus the Hornets. The Hornets look good versus the Cavs for a little while before they really put the defense on them in the second half. That scares me if you ask me, because the Hornets are in total disarray right now, and actually made the Cavs look a little subpar offensively. So this is one you could wait for Garland if you like. If I had a top play today, I would say one of them would be the Spurs plus the points. This may be a winnable game for them, but I do think that Garland is the key here. And obviously in or out, the line will move. But right now, Spurs will be a heavy lean for me, +6, plus the 5.5. That's the only way I can look in this game. Also couldn't talk you out of the under as well, even though the Spurs run and gun. We know how the Cavs are. They get back and set up their defense and make you play a half-court type of game. So lean the under, but I do kind of like the Spurs in this spot. Like I say, really waiting on Garland, but even if he's in, may not be at 100%, Skee. Let's go over here to the streets.
Real quick, Jay. I like what you said right there. About the under. I mean, if you're gonna miss a starting point guard, that's gonna hurt the offense in general. Cleveland plays at the second slowest pace in the league the last 5 games. You're just looking at within the last 2 weeks, their games at home. They've had 3 of them. They're not even averaging 200 points in those games. So the offense is going to struggle over there. And just looking in general on the year for both teams, Spurs 15-9 to the under on the road. Cavs 18-7 to the under at the house. So it may have something there with the under in this game.
Yeah, hey, I'm leaning that way, man. I got Spurs and under written down. That's the only way I can look at this game. I'm not a big total guy, but today I might have to be looking at some with six tough games, man, and obviously some high favorites as well, guys. We know the favorites been covering. I'm looking at some dogs today. My 2 leans today are dogs. So I mean, the favorites could keep covering. We'll talk about some games where I could only look towards the favorite, but let's go over the streets of Charlotte real quick, Skee. We got the Hornets that are in total disarray, right? They've lost 5 straight games, 0-5 straight up, 0-4-1 against the spread last 5 games. You got the Bulls. They're 4-0 against the spread last 4 meetings. They already beat them earlier this year as well. Now, both teams dealing with a ton of injuries here, Skee. Most notably for the Bulls here lately. Now, Desumnu is out for with concussion protocol. Add that to Caruso, Ball, Patrick Williams. Now for the Hornets, now you got Cody Martin out. You have who else? Now Hayward's out as well. Skee, how are we looking at this game? Which team gets off their loser streak here?
Yeah, this is tough, but and for a good portion of the year, I was saying Hornets do nothing but just put money in your pocket at home, but it hasn't really been that way lately. They've only won one of their last 5 home games, and they haven't covered any of them. So I look at that, and when I think about Chicago, I know Chicago's offense. I think I trust more than Charlotte right now. They've been a better rebounding team. It's just the defense has been terrible. I think they're allowing close to 120 points the last 2 weeks. So gun in my head, if I got to play this one, I don't have a lot of faith or trust in what Charlotte's been putting out there lately. So I roll with Chicago as I think they're short favorite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Bulls, the only way that I can look in this one, man, like I said, they did already beat them. Now I'm sitting here thinking, right, when will the Hornets get off the schneid? When will they get a win? But in all honesty, it's kind of looking like some turmoil there. It looks like something's going on within the team. This team is not playing any defense right now. They are at the
They don't like the coach.
That's probably what I'm not a fan of the coach either. I've been saying it, bro. So, and that's a good point. If you're not liking the coach, that means you're not going out there playing hard for him. That means you're not listening to him. You look at it. This team is not running plays. They're just playing pick and roll basketball. I know that this is the game of basketball, but when I say the teams are just out there playing basketball, that means they're just out there like playing rec league type of ball. Whereas other teams really coming out here trying to win, trying to build on something, trying to go to the playoffs. And that's the Bulls here. So the Bulls, the only way I can look in this one, no revenge spot today for the Hornets. If you ask me, with the defense they're playing, neither team has been playing a ton of defense, and the Bulls don't have that rim protector either. So I could see this game flying over a total. The Bulls, the only way I can look as far as the size perspective, we talk about catching the falling knife. You don't necessarily bet on teams when they're on a 5-game losing streak. They could get it done, but me personally, I like to wait to see them starting to play better before I put my money on them. Bulls are nothing for me, my guys. Let's go.
Let me ask you something, Jay.
Go ahead.
I don't know if it's just me, but you notice, I feel like the coach, I don't know what his name is for the Hornets. I think Borrego,
yeah.
He always talking shit about LaMelo. Like, do you even like your starting point guard? And then you see on the bench, like, he's getting into it with players on the bench and stuff like that. I don't know, bro. I just don't like what I see.
That's turmoil. This is a no. If it's one fade that I'm close to taking today, it's definitely the Bulls, man. So far for me, I hadn't taken anything but heavy lean to the Spurs. Obviously, somebody in the chat mentioned as well, Will LeVert being there today. He just got traded to the team. He will wear number 3, but not a ton of practice time for them either. But that's a good point. They could throw LeVert in there, but he hadn't been used to playing with those teammates other than Jared Allen out there. So that's a good point by somebody in the chat. Like I said, go over here to the streets of OKC here, Skee. Not a ton on this game. This is a Raptors revenge game. They lost earlier this year, 109-110 up there in Toronto. The Thunder came back and beat them on a buzzer beater shot, basically by Muscala. So they didn't have OG Anunoby that game. They didn't have Birch or didn't have Precious Achiuwa. They're 6-0 against the spread and straight up, Skee. They're absolutely red hot. Can we necessarily trust them to go in here to OKC and land double digits on the road, my guy?
I love what the Raptors are doing. They're playing absolutely great basketball, but and I'm just double checking something right here. Yeah, I think if I got to play this game with this large of a spread and with the Raptors having a game tomorrow, our guy, I know you have Ronald on the show, UCapper. He kind of pointed out a couple of weeks ago that when teams have a game the next day, it hasn't been profitable to back those teams. They're going to save some of that energy in the second half. So if you like Toronto, which, if I got to pick between these two teams, that's the side I think I would choose. I think you go first half. And just looking at it right now, first half margin the last 3 games for Toronto, plus 6.7. And I haven't seen OKC yet, but I know, okay, there it is, -7. So I think you get in and get out with the Raptors, and that's how you get paid.
Yeah, that's a good look there. You mentioned got to have a game on deck. I can only look towards the Raptors in this one. Like I said, the Thunder can be feisty at the house. They still have some ballers over there, Dort, Giddey, Trey Mann as well, but I don't think this team plays enough defense or have enough guys that's in the paint to stop these Raptors right now, man. This is a team of long, lengthy defenders, and they can get to the basket as well, man. Siakam, OG Anunoby, Precious Achua, Scotty Barnes, Van Fleet. Who's guarding Van Fleet here, man? So I don't know what they're going to do here. The Thunder could keep it close, but the Raptors, the only way I look, and that's a good point as well. Maybe look at them early here to come in here and smack these guys up quick. It's the only way I could look in this one, man. Let's go over here to the streets of Sacramento. Skee. We got the Wolves line all over them. Line opened up yesterday at 4.5. It closed at -7.5. You see this line open up at 8.5, 9. The line is all over the Wolves. Obviously, they smacked the Kings up yesterday. It's always tough taking the team to beat the other team twice, especially in the 2 consecutive days in the same arena. You got the Kings. They are in theory a home dog with 6-1 against the spread last 7 coming off a double-digit loss. But I'm not backing this team right now, man. This team is in total disarray. They could make more trades. Real quick, Skee, why the hell did they trade Halliburton, bro? I know that pissed you off.
I mean, it don't necessarily piss me off because I don't care for the Kings,
Right.
But they being the Kings. They always make dumb decisions, and
the Kings.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing over there. Clearly, everybody on the team talks highly of Halliburton. They say he gets everybody in the spots they need to have him in, and makes the game easy for everybody. And you can just tell from all the players' reaction on the team, around the league. Even Harry Giles, he plays for the Clippers now. He used to play for the Kings. He was surprised by the trade. So I think the Pacers, I like Halliburton over there. Nothing against Sabonis, but I'm not a fan of that trade for the Kings, and I don't want anything to do with them, bro. With how they feeling right now, I don't think anybody wants to play over there.
Simple.
I think the morale is down, and if like on this game, if I got to play, I probably would just play T-Wolves team total. I don't see a lot of defense from the Kings, and it's a high number. It's 122.5, but they've gone over it 5 of the last 6 games. If you don't want to do the whole game because both teams played yesterday, maybe some of the offense dies out in the second half. The first half number is still high. It's 63, but I think they're averaging 64.3 in the first half the last 3 games. And looking at what Sacramento's been allowing the last 3 in the first half, 67.7. So I think Minnesota kind of names their number tonight.
Yeah, the Timberwolves, we know they could do whatever they want. I'm not betting against this team right now. It's Wolves or nothing for me here. Let me look at the minutes last, because obviously the Kings, they just made a trade. They played on the back-to-back, not a ton of bench presence as well. Obviously, Fox, he had 29 points. This is my problem with Fox. He only cares about scoring, man, not a lick of defense. He scored 29 points, the highest on the team, had one of the highest plus-minus as well, though. How you score 29 points, but you're minus 17 while you're out there. That's why they had to trade Halliburton. They couldn't get rid of Fox, conehead ass, man. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Fox at all. At first, when he first came in the league, obviously he's with the wrong organization. They're not good at developing players. So if I'm Sabonis, I don't want to go play in Sacramento. Sabonis is an absolute baller, man. Get my guy on the Lakers or somebody that's trying to win, that's going to be in the playoffs. You can't waste talent in Sacramento. I don't know what to do with this franchise, man. The coach is non-existent. The upper management is non-existent. I can't say don't bet the Kings, but I'm not betting the Kings probably for the rest of the year, guys. They just they're doing a fire sale and probably about to make even more trades. So it's Timberwolves or nothing for me here. The line is pretty high, but this is one where it's high for a reason here, guys. So Timberwolves, the only way that I can look in this one, like I say, they just won in a blowout yesterday. The line is coming towards them. Book's telling you they're likely for a double-digit win again. Let's go over here to the streets of Portland here, Skee. Oh man, we got the Lakers. Oh boy, is that right? +9. Oh man, they land 9 points versus the Blazers here. I must say the Lakers, the only way I could look, they are 5-0 against the spread last 5 playing on the back-to-back. The Blazers, another team in free fall, just traded away everybody. Probably finna make some more trades. I don't know. I could go on and on about what they're doing in Portland. They're saying that they're not trying to rebuild for Dame, but you just traded away everybody. Like, what do we do? I don't know. I don't understand. There's another team that this line is high for a reason, and I could only look towards the Lakers here, Skee.
I'm gonna wish you luck if you go ahead and place that wager. I will not be involved on the Lakers tonight. I think this team is really close to just waving the white flag and throwing a towel in on the season. Like,
where's the big game?
You hear LeBron talk after the game. He's saying, I don't think we can get to the level of Milwaukee. He don't think this is, a high level contending team. And when he feels like that, from what I've seen in the past, he's going to give up. And so I think the Lakers are extremely close to that point. So no way in hell I'm laying 9.5. It'll be Portland or stay out the way.
Yeah, and that's why that's why I lost a lot of respect for LeBron. If you're one of the greatest players in the game, you don't give up. You play with the team that you have out there. You come to say, hey, they have to get rid of their coach for one. He's too soft spoken. He's them. They're like a Silas over there in the Rockets. I'm hearing them during the timeouts. Come on, guys. Come on. We got to play better defense. Come on, we got to play with more energy. I'm thinking to myself, man, if I'm in that huddle, I'm not listening to your bum ass, man. We're finna go out there and do whatever you want. It starts with the coaching. They have to get somebody that's motivating this team, that's bringing the right system to come in, a good defensive game plan versus the other team. The Lakers, another team just out there playing basketball. But what I'm saying is I'm staying so far away from the Blazers right now, guys. You see this squad. You look at from the last meeting they played, they only had two starters from the last time that they faced off, guys. So if the Lakers want to, this is what you do with the Lakers.
That's a big if.
They beat up against bad teams, Skee. The like LeBron said it. We got these big versus the big dog teams. Got to fade the Lakers. Even LeBron said, I could have told you before the game we wasn't ready to go up against this team. They know they was finna get smacked up, man, and didn't belong on the same floor. But what I'm saying is the Blazers, guys, look at this team right now. They don't have any defenders out there. You have Nurkic out there. You have Trent, not Gary Trent. What's his name? Anthony Simons, and I'm always giving them some flack, man. It's a tough game, guys. I don't necessarily say bet this game, man, but it is Lakers or nothing for me. It's the only way I could look here.
Let me ask you. Not a lot of defense, right? You said being played. So can we interest you in an over? Maybe, both teams played yesterday. Maybe that results in tired legs. They're not going to play that much defense. What you think about that?
But my problem is what happens when the Lakers decide that they want to play defense and clamp down? Like that's why I say it's the Lakers are nothing for me here. This is when I'll pay attention to see if they're resting some guys. This Blazers team is in free fall right now. They're not playing for each other. A lot of things go in their heads. Who's getting traded, or we're tanking team. They don't even like they want to win right now. So it is a back-to-back at the house. They just lost to the Magic last night. What are we doing? I was on the Magic in that game. Magic and them smacking them by 20 points. What are we doing here, bro? So that's why if the Lakers, it's all about mindset. If you want to come here and smack them up by 20, you can. I'm not trusting them to do it, Skee. Last game up, we're going to the streets of Utah here. You dig what I'm saying? Somebody in chat said Lakers by 30. I wouldn't be a bit surprised, to be honest with you. Last game up, Skee, Jazz versus the Warriors here. It is a double revenge spot for the Jazz, but they did have Rudy Gobert in both of those games. Do you think that the Warriors win the battle of the small ball lineups, my guy?
In general, I want to say yes. Once again, I don't like that the Warriors play tomorrow. I feel like they've been playing a lot better basketball than the Jazz as of late. And I think Rudy Gobert is the big mismatch for the Warriors. So if he's not out there, why are the Warriors a dog is kind of what I'm thinking. I know they don't have Klay Thompson, but they played majority of the year. How many games did they win before he even started playing? You know what I'm saying? Maybe combination of no Klay and Draymond is a little bit too much to overcome, but my numbers and, from what I'm looking at, watching these games, it says to play the Warriors.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that, bro. I like the Warriors here, man. I hadn't bet it yet. The line's going all over the place. It was at 3. It was down to 1.5, back up to 2.5. I was seeing some rumors that maybe some more guys could sit out here. Would they have why would you sit out a game versus the Jazz? Like, even if you're Klay, why are you sitting out a first of a back-to-back to face the Knicks, an Eastern Conference team? Makes no sense to me, and it kind of shows me that maybe the Warriors aren't taking this as a must-win game. Like I say, I already beat the Jazz twice, so that's somewhat keeping me off. Now, let me break you down. The Warriors, 3-0-1 against the spread last 4 meetings. They won both this year with Gobert in there. What did he do the first time, January 1st, 123-116 in Golden State? Rudy Gobert had 20 points and 19 rebounds, 7 offensive boards, second chance points. And then January 23rd, he had 12 points and 18 rebounds, another 7 offensive rebounds. So this team really has the advantage. They couldn't even beat the Warriors this year with Gobert in there. Now, one of them, the last one was without Mitchell, and they only lost by 2. But this time you get Mitchell back, but no Gobert out there. This is one. Looney's questionable. It's a lot of question marks here, man. So it's a tough game. It's Warriors or nothing for me here. Now, I can tell you why the Jazz are the favorite. They're playing their 4th straight home game. They're starting to get hot, play a lot better. And like I say, they're really starting to get out of that funk. So that's the reason why they're the favorite here. But it's still Warriors or nothing for this better, guys. This is a tough ass card, man. If I had to bet something, first it will be Warriors, then it will be the Spurs, man. So Skee, let's go over here to some get to some picks, guys. As always, go check out WagerTalk.com. Got a lot of picks and packages up there, guys. Free picks. Checking out the WagerTalk live odds screen right now. And I'm telling you, this Warriors line is really bouncing all over the place. This is when you wait to see who the starting lineup is going to be. Wait for it to settle, guys. Go check out WagerTalk.com.
Have you ever checked out all the new handicappers at WagerTalk? If not, here's your chance. All NBA Talk with J Money viewers who are new to WagerTalk can get a one-day all-access pass to the handicapper of their choice for only $1 versus a regular price of $39 using coupon code J1 when checking out. Our new roster of experts is 25 deep, covering sports from around the world, giving you tons of options to choose from. All you have to do to redeem this offer is be a first-time WagerTalk customer. Go to WagerTalk.com, choose the handicapper of your choice, use coupon code J1 when checking out on a one-day all-access pass, and get a full day of picks for only $1.
Yes, sir, man. Please go check that out. Use promo code J1, man. IKS in the chat, man. I appreciate you sending tips. Zophie, my guy, I appreciate you. I don't know why I'm not seeing it on the StreamYard, but people that have sent tips, man, the donos, I sure appreciate you. K Reed, appreciate you, my guy. We appreciate all the love and support. It only makes us want to do more. Skee, you like anything on today's card?
It's a tough card. I'm always straightforward, honest. Some days I like a lot. Yesterday I had 10 bets. Some days not so much. So I haven't placed a bet yet, but I'll tell you where I'm looking right now and trying to finish building my case. And I'll be Raptors first half against OKC. And if not that one, maybe I'll look towards Minnesota team total, whether it's in the first half or full game. And obviously, Spurs, any team on 4 days rest is interesting. So that's what I'm looking for today.
Got you. My guy, Get Bread said in the chat, man. I know if you got me on Twitter, said it's a link at the top. Either page, you can go check it out. It got the Venmo Cash App on there. Also the PayPal Cash App Venmo details are in the description as well, right below the video, guys. For me today, I'll be honest, I hadn't made a bet yet. It's a tough card. I hate forcing plays, but what I'm looking at, my strongest looks of the day would be the Warriors plus the points. Like I say, lately they have kind of owned the Jazz, and that's even with Gobert out there. This time without Gobert, I do think the Warriors have the guards to stick with the guards for the Jazz here. Should be a small ball type of game here, but heavy lean to the Warriors there. Like I say, Gobert always kills them on the rebounds and offensive rebounds. He is out today. And Spurs, guys, I will be looking at the Spurs in this revenge spot. Darius Garland is a huge question mark here. Also, LeVert, will he be playing? This is one where I'll be making my official plays on the late show. Just let you guys know what I'm leaning right now. So lean Warriors and Spurs, and then it would be Bulls, Raptors, Lakers, and Timberwolves after that, man. I must say these favors been covering. I'm trying to find some dogs today, man. So my two leans would be these dogs, Warriors and the Spurs. After that, it would be all faves for me, guys. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. We just here to try to help you how to look at games. If not necessarily officials, leans, however you're looking at these games, man. We'll be back with official plays later, 4:30 Eastern with my guy Shark, man. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe, and we out, my guys.